Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Yield Today with Dallin Canlin. This is episode number 65. We're going to be talking, actually, 67. Holy heck. What's up, everybody? This is Dallin Canlin. We are back with Yield Today, episode number 67. Recently, I've been getting so many good vibes from Christmas and just this time of year, and it's really made me feel like, hey, well, I really want to learn as much as I can from this time and take some things with me that will be useful. So today I'm going to talk about what's up, everybody. Welcome back. What's up, everybody? This is Dallin Canlin. Welcome back to Yield Today, episode number 67. We're going to be talking about 3 Christmas fruits. You know, with every perspective and every time you're in your life, you can learn different things. And lately, I've really just tried to dig and get as much as I possibly can out of something before that part of my life is dug up and I can't really dig into that anymore. So with Christmas, I have 3 little fruits I want to share with you that I want to take with me into the new year and beyond. As always, definitely give the podcast a follow if it is helping you out. And yeah, thank you so much. And so yeah, let's jump right into it. So number 1 is joy in spending time with family. This was really this year, like you've probably spent a lot of time at home or just more time with family or not with family, depending on your situation in quarantine. I know for me, I got to spend a lot of time with family, a ton of time with family, and it was really nice. But lately, like my family has, they drove all the way from North Carolina to here just so they could see me and my brother James and also spend some time with other family members. And that really kind of hit me like, okay, yeah, it really is valuable to them to spend all this money just to spend like a week or two around us and to see us and see how we're doing. And that's definitely something I want to do is prioritize that joy. Recently, I've also been thinking about how waiting um yeah, and before my parents got here, I got to spend a lot of time at my one of my cousin's houses, and that's where I'm recording this episode right now. So I'm very thankful for them and their generosity and their trust and their kindness. And there's just so much joy and awesomeness to pull from these moments, and I want to definitely have some of these same traditions in my own family, just future family, in my future family, just like reaching out, helping out extended family, and helping everybody have a great Christmas season. So, pretty basic, but I think that's a really valuable thing. Number 2 is just generosity. One thing that I really love is the opportunity to make a big difference for somebody and they don't even realize it and they're not expecting it, and you just get to make that little difference. I think there's just so much joy and so much awesomeness in that, and it's super infectious. I remember one time on my mission trip, we spent a good part of a Christmas Eve just helping people get unstuck from their in their cars. People like get stuck on the road or whatever, and that town didn't have very good plowed roads, so there was a need for that, and so we helped out, and it just brings back a really good feeling because sometimes you see people and they're like, oh, he just wants my money or he just wants to talk to me, and when you really want to serve and you want to give more than you take and you want to really help out, I think that's such a wonderful, selfless thing that you can do for people. And I feel like I do this pretty well for the most part, but there's always room for improvement. This wonderful joy and gratitude I feel should not just be in my heart during this time of year, but should have a way to be cultivated at any time of the year. And a lot of these things, they're attributes and they're traits, and there's things that can be learned. They're not necessarily things that you're just, oh, all of a sudden you're a very patient person. No, I don't think so. I think patience takes a lot of time to develop. And my last podcast episode talked about the 3 P's of patience, which are perspective, power, and positivity. And I've talked a lot about that subject. I think it's really important, especially in entrepreneurship. Anyway, I think it's just really wonderful when you can go the extra mile and help somebody else out. And that's something I want to do more and just have that be more at the top of my mind. Number 3, finally, is kind of going along with the same lines, just love and interest and caring for other people. A couple days ago, me and James were driving around and we needed to fill up our car, and the gas station pump was being kind of weird. Wasn't letting us get as much gas, and it was just kind of weird. And I just kind of took the opportunity to go and talk with the cashier guy and just try to get to know him a little bit better, and found out he was only going to have 2 more days on the job. So it's super good that I talked with him when I did, because if I came back, a different person would have been there. And one thing I know for sure is just like God is aware of what we are all doing in our lives and wants to help us out in some way. And sometimes it's really the smallest things that make the biggest difference. And so all these kind of go along with each other. If you have love in your heart, you're probably going to be generous, and you're probably going to have joy. And that's just kind of how it all comes together. But I am just so thankful for what I've learned so far during this Christmas season, what each of you have done for me, and helping this podcast keep growing. Definitely helps to have that social proof and be like, hey, yeah, it's helping people, and numbers are great too, but they're not everything. I would rather have amazing impact and little numbers any day of the week than low numbers or than high numbers and zero impact. Um, I'm definitely more about helping out one person in a big way than helping out, 2 million people in a teeny tiny way. But yeah, just a very fast episode, kind of blah, but I had these things on my mind and wanted to share. I had these things on my mind, so I hope this episode was helpful. It's just another one of those quick little episodes. We're gonna be doing probably 2 more episodes before the end of the year. One is gonna be kind of a roundup of how 2020 was for me and things I learned, and another one is probably gonna be about Christmas comebacks. And because I kind of like the idea of Christmas comebacks. We did an episode about that last year, about 3 Christmas comebacks. Definitely a good listen. And we're going to do 3 more this year, just share some thoughts. So should be a lot of fun. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Christmas Eve if you celebrate it. If not, hope you have a wonderful time with family and friends. And as always, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to help out in any way. And some of you have done that, and it's definitely been super cool continuing the conversation. And yeah, just thank you so much for listening, and definitely follow the podcast and let people know, yeah, just thank you so much for listening. The podcast is definitely going to get better and better. I'm getting more and more clarity. We're figuring this out. I really appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, just thank you. Don't forget to yield today, and it will be a better tomorrow. But yeah, I think cultivating a generous and loving. But yeah, I think cultivating a heart that has love and joy and generosity in it is just one of the most wonderful things you can do for yourself and others and your family and everybody you come in contact with. And Christmas is a really good time to do that, because there are so many miracles all over the place. So yeah. It's an awesome thing you can do. So yeah, again, real quick, those 3 fruits are love, joy, and generosity. All right, that should be bueno.